Toombs County, and welcome to the Buddy Martin Show. I'm here with Coach Buddy Martin from Toombs County High School, Athletic Director and Head Football Coach. Coach Martin, thank you for being with us today to talk with us about how things are going with athletics so far, as well as the start of this year's football season. So first with athletics, all of the fall seasons are underway. How are things going so far?
Yeah, it's been a great start to the year. Softball team's off to a great start. I think they're at 5-1 right now. They had a big win last week against Jeff Davis, which was a big one for us. And Shea pitched a no-hitter in that game. And then our cross-country teams are off and running. They had a good showing. Everybody had good times at their last meet. Volleyball team has won a couple matches at home. They've dropped a couple last night, but they're all working together good, and excited to see them progress under new coach Kristen Allen. She took that program over this past year. Esports, you're kicking off esports, and we've got that program just has been phenomenally successful for us, and continues to grow. Kicking off starting middle school esports, just to continue to grow that program, and just expect to see continued success there. And then with our football team, off to a great start. When I think about the start of football, you go all the way back to January, and the guys have been working hard. We've got a large group, but a very committed group, and a group that has high standards and expectations for themselves. So it makes them fun to be around, fun to coach. Off to a good start. I think some of the in a new classification, new region opponents, new power ranking for a lot of our sports. So just trying to navigate that and figure things out, I think is one of the challenges. But I think it's a good challenge for each of our groups. And we're excited to keep going through the season, the fall season, and see what it brings for each of our sports programs.
Looking forward to football this Friday. A couple of Fridays ago, we played Metter in our scrimmage at Booster Stadium. Won that one 41-0. A lot of offensive production, a lot of good things on defense. But what did you guys see looking back at that film, and what have we been working on in practice?
Yeah, I think the big thing is we returned a lot of guys from last year. You lose some key guys. We had 3 or 4 of those seniors last year that are off playing college football right now, but returned a really solid group. A lot of guys with a lot of varsity game experience. So we had high expectations. Know that obviously TJ Stanley returned at quarterback, committed to Georgia State. He's a leader. He's a great young man. He's a competitor. Lagonza Hayward playing receiver and safety. Committed to the University of Tennessee. Mike Polk playing receiver and corner, and you'll see him play some safety. He's committed to Mercer, and then several other guys that are being recruited, and you got those that maybe aren't as high of a college prospect, but they're really, really good high school football players. And so we've got a really solid group. I think one of the big differences for us last year and this year is that incoming 9th grade class. We've had years here that they've just kind of fallen off. They've not played as freshmen for whatever reason. But this year, the sophomore group, which were freshmen last year, was a large group, very committed. This group of incoming freshmen is another very talented group that has shown up and been committed. And that's what you're trying to do when you're looking at building a program. When you're looking at sustaining success year over year, year after year. So I think the biggest thing just from the Metter game was just to see our guys out there kind of trying to almost pick up where we left off from last year and play fast. We're further along than we've ever been at this point, which is end result of having an experienced football team that has played. So I love the way how we got after it. We're physical, we played fast. So that was one of the real positive things to see from our game, our scrimmage against Metter.
Looking forward to Dougherty this Friday. What are you guys seeing from them as you prepare for the game?
Yeah, they're a good football team. They're big up front. They've got some long, athletic, skilled players. Got some guys that can really run. They've got a slot receiver that they're going to throw screens to and outs to, and if you don't tackle him, he's going to run a long ways. They got several backs that can run well. They're fast, and offensive line is huge, and they've got some good backs that just need a little crease. So quarterback's a tall. He kind of reminds me of the Southwest quarterback last year. Real long, real tall, throws a good ball, can scramble a little bit if he has to. So one of those things defensively, we've got to be sound. We've got to be gap sound. We've got to be coverage sound in the secondary, and we've got to play fast. And I think we try to set the tone defensively and come out fast and physical early. And we've got a bunch of guys that are ready to play, so we're going to rotate some guys in and out. But just to get out there and play fast, be physical. What's the mindset of our team playing a bigger opponent, a 3A school? And Dougherty, had a lot of success last week against Central Macon. They had Thomasville beat them 2 weeks ago, but they had some success against Thomasville and some things. So, there'll be a spread offense. Defensively, they're going to be in a 4-3. It may look like a 4-4 at times, depending upon how many guys we have in the box, but they're big up front. They move around. They twist the linemen. They're going to blitz linebackers, so our offensive line has to have their eyes up and be ready. But I'm excited to see it, to see us go play. I mean, I think you work as a team, you practice, you put in time. As a coach, man, you try to coach your butt off Monday through Thursday, and then when Friday gets here, it's chew your bubble gum and go watch the guys perform and play. Had a coach. Well, Coach Marsh used to say all the time, if we're out there yelling a lot of coaches on Fridays, we didn't do enough Monday through Thursday to prepare them. Mm-hmm. So that's where we're at. We're just trying to lock in, I think one of the, we've talked about this quite a bit since January is, we know we have a good football team. But it's hard. It's really hard to go from good to great.
That's right.
It's hard. So, you're good. People are telling you you're good. You read it in the newspaper. You see it on social media. We're ranked this. We're expected to win by that. It's easy to fall into the trap of, hey, I'm pretty good. And human nature is to relax and be complacent. I think that's the enemy of any team. So that's kind of where we're at. That's what we're looking for out of Dougherty, and excited to see our guys play.
The community tailgate also this Friday. That's big for the community. They love that. We're excited to do that every year, and so that'll be starting at 4:30 in downtown line. So you guys make sure that you show up for that. But what does that 12th man, that home field advantage in the pit, mean to you guys whenever you get to play there?
Yeah, I've told this story. Our community is awesome. I mean, the pit is an experience like no other. Our opponents do not like coming there to play us. Honestly, I think it's part of the reason we had a tough time making a football schedule this year. One of the reasons we're having to go play Rome and play some of these bigger 3A schools is teams we normally play that, number one, we're good. Number two, they don't like coming here and playing in the pit. So it's a huge advantage for us. Every home game, our senior group last year, that Thanksgiving week of practice is always a special week for a football team. It means you're in the third round of the playoffs. And every one of those seniors stood up when I asked them to tell the team what they're thankful for. Every one of them said something about our community. I took some guys last week. We went and scouted South Effingham. Took some players with us. We get there and we look at the fans that were on both sides, and one of our players said, "Coach, Toombs County special." Just referring to how we pack the pit out for a scrimmage game against Metter, and just doesn't happen like that everywhere. So thankful for our community. That community tailgate's an awesome thing. It's going to be fun. There's going to be a buzz in downtown Lyons, and we're going to walk the football team through there about 6:15 on our way to the pit. So yeah, it's awesome that our community gets on board with stuff like that, and they get behind it and they support all of our programs. It's an exciting thing.
Well, thank you so much for joining us, Coach, this week. We'll talk to you again next week here. And be sure to be at the downtown tailgate at 4:30. Kickoff against Dougherty in the pit this Friday at 8 o'clock. Be there, be loud, and let's pack out the pit for our first official regular season home game of the season. Until next time, be sure to like and subscribe all of our social media for Toombs County Athletics for more updates, and thank you for joining us.